Hello, welcome to my sculpting channel. My name is Carlos, and today I want to give you some tips on how to fix, not how to restore concrete sculptures. I'm going to actually show you how I repair the pumpkin that I just destroyed. I'm going to leave the link over here and also in the description, just in case you want to see how I made that pumpkin. If your situation is not the same, stay until the end because I'm going to give you other tips if your situation is different. And remember, if you want to be part of this community, subscribe, check my links, share, and let's start. You can see over here I have this sculpture. It's a small one. If you want to know how I made it, also I'm going to leave the video in the description. But I have this because I cannot bring my pumpkin. It doesn't look that big, but it's huge. And even if it is hollow, it's really heavy. And I wasn't really used to carry something like that. I didn't even thought about it, how to move it. But after last year, when I made it after Halloween, I wanted to put it away, and I don't even remember how it happened, but I just slipped out of my hands. It went in circles, it hit the wall, and basically that's why it got the damage that it got. That's what happened with that pumpkin, but the damage wasn't that big, so that's why I wanted to destroy a little bit more. That was the story. Now let's talk about the materials. If you want to restore a concrete sculpture, you need to use cement. Cement, Portland is the one that I recommend. You can actually also buy a mortar. Mortar is cement plus sand, so it's going to be a little bit stronger than just cement by itself. That's why in this restoration I'm going to use mortar. I'm going to put the picture of the one that I'm using. But basically you just have to use that and water. No, it's a little bit kind of easy, but there's a few things that we need to do first. Before we start mixing, we need to clean our sculpture. The reality, it was almost about to rain. I can see the clouds, and I just really quickly tried to clean. No, that's the first step, cleaning where your damage is. The best thing will be to grab something like a brush and start just cleaning around. You want to take everything that you can to make sure that it's clean. The only thing that I did is take the big parts. Something that you can do also is with water. If you have a hose, it will be better with pressure. You can completely clean that area. That's an option too. And now that we have that part clean, the first thing that you have to do is to create your mix. But I will really suggest to have also water. And this you can do it on the order that you want, but you have to have some water on the side. And this is because before you can even apply anything to the piece, you need to put water. That's basically why I was cleaning my piece with the water, because I know I need that water there first. And I'm saying that you can do it either order because depending on the place that you are. Like me, I put the water and then I did the mix. But before I could apply it, the water evaporated, so I have to add a little bit more water. So that's something that you have to think about it. Now for our mix, the only thing that you have to do is to put water, but there are many things that you can get at the store. And just in case you have heard or you see, there is this compounds. There are many brands, that's why I'm not going to mention any in specific, but pretty much it's to bond the cement and make sure that it sticks together. This one, you don't really have to use it. Of course, they say it's better if you use it. I don't have a budget to get it. I don't have time to go to a store anyway. So what I did is something that is a really good substitute, and I'm not the only one using it. And it's just regular white glue. This white glue, you can put as much as you want. The reality, I think I put a little bit less, but at least I put almost half of the bottle that I had. Put a little bit of water. Should have used a spatula, but with my hand I just start moving around. By experience, I put a little bit more water, but the consistency that you want is something that is really like a paste, still kind of running. And like you can see over here, it's not really liquid, but it's not really hard either. And this is gonna help us to be more like a glue. This is perfect when you want to put two pieces that are exactly one on top of the other. Mainly I'm gonna use it for the tiny cracks. Put it on. The best thing would have been to use a spatula to really push this into those cracks. The reality is that I had my camera in one hand and then I was trying to fix my piece, so it was kind of hard. So this is not gonna be like the perfect tutorial. And after you go around and you kind of are okay with it, you create a second mix. Basically it's just something that is a little bit drier, that is gonna be like more like a peanut butter. The point is that you can create a ball and the ball will stay in your hand without moving, or it's gonna really slowly gonna go down. and that's perfect to really apply on the big holes and even to create details. If you have multiple parts that you need to fix, I really recommend to work in one side and then to go to the other one, because like in my case I had to put again water because it was already drying the first time that I put it. So I put more water and then I start applying again just with my hand. Like you can see, really easy to create. I'm trying to fix them out, to use the tooth, make sure that not only all the cracks are completely filled, but also to make sure that I have the shape that I want, or if I want to change another thing I can do it. And that's the power of having this mix and how easy it is to work with the concrete. Over here you can see that also, because there were so many parts in the mouth that they were kind of cracked, my glove kind of was ripping from one side. So just be careful, you don't want concrete in your hands. You need to really watch it, have a little bit of water on the side to make sure that you can clean your hand. The important thing is that it was really easy to do it, and I could have just stopped, clean my hands and be done. But because I want to show you that if you have something that is more complex and you want maybe to restore some details, you can do it. Just apply more water on that place. And over here I'm just gonna try to create some details. I should have tried to look for reference or something before creating this, but that's something that just occurred to me to create the details. And like I said, you just put water in with the paste. You try to go. Don't be afraid when you put, no matter in which state of your reparation you are, don't be afraid to really push cement. And you're gonna have parts that are gonna fall. That's normal. Gravity is not gonna help you a lot, but you just keep putting, and the result is gonna be the one that probably you want. That's how you repair this pumpkin. Now let's talk about if your situation is a little bit different. And what I'm talking about different is maybe you don't have a sculpture that is rounded. Maybe you have a sculpture that is completely straight. Maybe that is even cut in half. There's a lot of situation. If it is completely something that you can put on top and it's not gonna move, this space you can spread it all around and it's gonna work. But the reality, even in this situation, but the reality is, if you have something that is sticking out, let's say that you have an arm, I mean, because of gravity, if you have something that's sticking out, it's gonna go down. It's not gonna stay in place. So something that I really suggest to do is not only that you can lay your figure and you can just try to have the arm completely straight, that will help you, but also to make sure that in either part, in the arm and in your piece, to drill a hole, completely drill a hole and put some metal. You can even use a screw that can just hold it. That's gonna act like a bone and it's really gonna make a stick together. And like that you can repair pretty much anything. And remember that you can just create the details. If you have wings, if you have something that you can add to your sculpture, you can do it just using water and using your mix. I hope that was useful. Remember to check my links to enjoy art, and if you want to follow me and be in this art community, please subscribe, check the links below. Most important thing, enjoy art, create, and see you next time.